beautiful Bobby Madley. Sunderland have scored in every single game this season. Alright everybody, welcome back to another video on the channel. This is a match preview for Luton versus Sunderland on a Wednesday night. Things to look forward to in this video. We're going to be talking about squad rotation, the up and coming fixtures, Rig getting the 30 appearances, and also the referee. But before we do us a massive favour, it'd be much appreciated. Subscribe to the channel and smash the thumbs up. Costs absolutely bot sniff today. So, right then, where do we start? Hull, we beat them 1-0. We weren't at our best, but that's the thing. The sign of a good team is a team that wins when they're not at the best. I said that on stream, and that's what we managed to do. We took our chance with Isidore, composed, chipped the keeper. Oh my God.
Go on, Isidore! Oh, he did it! Yes! Get it! Oh, lad. Get it, Isidore! Go on, big man! And Isidore, yes, he's giving it that to the whole fans. Get him! Wilson Isidore, you know he's going to score. We go wild, wild, wild.
We go wild, wild,
Come on!
wild.
Look at that, I thought the defender would corner there. He takes it past him there. Ding. Get in there!
Naughty goal!
Fucking get in there!
The composure of me to do that. We're top of the league. Oh, get along.
No. No. Get off.
God, and he's got pace to burn. What a striker. I just hope we can get him on a permanent. I hope the other clubs come in at the end of the season. There's plenty of games to play from now to the end of the season. I just hope no one comes in for him. But the game itself, for me, we were very slow to the second ball. We were slow to react. There was no urgency about the team. I remember Mundell breaking forward and he was getting down the wing, and I thought, please, somebody get in support. And the midfield took a lifetime to get up the pitch. And by the time they did, Hull got back, got organised, got in position, and the chance had gone, really. And Roberts and Mundell were getting doubled up on all the time. I thought Roberts held onto the ball a little bit too long. He was digging well, getting down the wing, created a bit of space. He should have whipped the ball in. We've got a big striker, a ginormous striker. Put the ball on his head. That's what we need to start doing, but we didn't see it. He kept cutting inside, and then he'd have to go back. But for me, squad rotation, what we're going to talk about, we need to be thinking about mixing it up for the whole Luton game, midweek. Now, Chris Riggs played a lot of minutes. He went out for England as well, so he's played a lot. And I didn't want the lad to burn out because he's reached 30 appearances at such a young age, and he's in the category with Bellingham and Gareth Bale. And just look at their careers. They've absolutely thrived. Bellingham continues to be thriving at this minute. Probably one of the best players in the world at this minute. But just look at what else is in that category. Ryan Sessegnon and Connor Wickham. Now, they've had good careers. Ryan Sessions continues to. But if you want to reach the stardoms of Bellingham, you still have to have that little bit extra quality. And I think Riga has got that extra quality. Obviously, a lot of clubs are going to be looking at him. A lot of big clubs are going to be looking at him. But the lad's not daft. He's chose to play for Sunderland because he knows he's getting game time at Sunderland. Regardless of how he performs, he's gone nowhere because he's still under contract. Unless someone comes in with a big, ginormous offer, and then the Sunderland's resolve's going to be tested over at the stadium manager, really. But that's near or there. The lad's here. He's performing week in, week out. But for me, with not burning out, I would like to see Brown come in. Now, it could either be for Rig, it could either be for Dan Neil as well, who hasn't had the best of games. Once at the first half, he wasn't with it, but neither was the majority of the team. The second half, levels got improved. Since we scored that goal, the team did improve, and I thought Dan Neil did improve as well. There was a few times he got the ball further up the pitch to relieve pressure on our team as Hull were pushing on, trying to get that equaliser. So I did think Dan Neil had a much better second half, but he could be rested as well as Chris Rigg for Brown to come in. I think Brown's a very experienced player. Every time he's on the pitch, he puts in a good shift. So for me, I'd probably say Rigg, just rest him and keep him for the Oxford game at the stadium. Now, I just want to quickly mention Bellingham. Now, I remember last season, everyone was saying, get Bellingham out the team, get Bellingham out the team, he's shite, he's this, that and the other. No one's saying nothing about him. Just quietly getting the job done, and he's putting in really good performance. I thought he was outstanding against Hull. Plenty of times when they were kicking it long and we were defending, he was there to clear the ball. He's an absolute powerhouse in that midfield, and he's just improving as the game's gone on. Another player I'd like to talk about is Metham. Why the hell did Bournemouth let him go? It's beyond me, because he has been quality, and I mean quality, since he come in. Ballard, I love Ballard as well, but he's going to struggle to get back into this team. Maybe if Meffam picks up a knock, maybe we're a little bit squad rotation. And for me personally, Meffam should have had man of the match. Not Wilson, even though Wilson scored and he took his chance absolutely and tremendously. He was solid all game. He was clearing the lines constant. So for me, I would have given my man of the match to Meffam personally. I'm absolutely over the moon that he's in the Sunderland team at the minute, because he's a proper brick wall. And I want to mention Connolly and all. I know he only got an X amount of minutes when he did come on, but you can see how experienced he is, because there was plenty of times when Hull were trying to get that equaliser and the ball was hitting long to Connolly. He would draw in that foul, and we said it on stream. I went, did you notice what he's doing? Every time he's getting the ball, he's drawing in the foul, and it's relieving pressure on the team, and it's getting Sunderland further up the pitch. And that's exactly what Connolly was doing, and I was over the moon that I cannot understand for the life of us why Hull didn't sign him. He scored 8 goals last season for them, and they just didn't sign him. And then I didn't get why they were booing him either. He scored 8 goals for them. It was up to them to sign him or not, and they didn't. I didn't know the ins and outs. Maybe he knocked the contract back. I didn't know, but for me, I didn't understand why they didn't sign him. He looks like a good player. But quickly touching upon the squad rotation, I would like to see Watson come in. I really would. But for me personally, with Watson, I would want to see him at the Stadium of Light. I'd want to see him against Oxford. No disrespect to Oxford, they're doing well, they're doing better than Luton, but I think it's a really hard place to play at Luton. The pitch is very tight, the fans are right on top of you, and it is a hard place to go. So for me personally, I would like to see Watson come in, even though, you know, 1 or 2 may need like tired legs and like need a rest, because Roberts absolutely ran his arse off. Didn't get us wrong, he didn't have the best of games, but he was constantly up and down the wing. So for me, I would like to see a few, you know, getting that opportunity. Alexic as well, he could come in for me as well. So maybe a few on Wednesday, have a little bit squad rotation, so then we can be fresh as a daisy come Oxford on Saturday. Then everybody, how many points do you reckon we're getting off these next lot of fixtures? We've got obviously Luton, then we've got Oxford, QPR, Preston, Coventry and Millwall. They're all winnable. It's not as if we're playing like Leeds, Sheffield United, no disrespect to them, Burnley. We're playing against teams that's struggling down the bottom half of the table, so it's a perfect opportunity to get some points on the board. Didn't get us wrong. Every game in the Championship's hard, and you can't just go on and win a game just because they're struggling down the bottom of the table. Personally, I think Luton's turned the corner here, but we'll get into Luton in a minute. Now then, we'll talk about the referee. Beautiful Bobby Madley. I remember against Newcastle when he sent Colaccini off at the stadium and we pumped them 3-0. Now he's also done us a little favour, but there's a big debate and argument regarding should he have stopped play against Hull with Wilson's goal. And personally, I didn't think he should have. He done it in the first half against Sunderland. And he got in our way, and he didn't stop playing.
The referee's press is certainly working.
Sunderland defended really well. Now in the second half, it happened against Hull for our goal, and Simon turned and tried to go back the other way, and then we won the ball from that. The corner come in, he did get in the way a little bit, but he got the ball, he decided to turn, he lost possession. Now, you could argue that sense. There was a time where he absolutely blocked off Dan Neil and he gave us possession back. So, looking at it, you can see 2 sides of the coin here. But for me, personally, I think he did get in the way. I think he got in the way 3 times. Twice for us and once for them. But it swings and roundabouts. He's not going to pull it up if he didn't pull it up in the first half. So, he was a little bit consistent there. Now, the other one with Dan Neil, it was point blank. He literally stopped the ball. So, he had to. Well, the other 2 occasions, he just got in the way a little. The opposition player got the ball, then they lost it. So, you can see 2 sides of the argument. Let us know what you think about that argument. Now then, moving on to Luton, Rob Edwards was under pressure a little bit at Luton, so that win maybe have eased a little bit of pressure for him. The few fans were giving him stick, but now, with that victory, could they have turned the corner? Obviously, the big Watford, their rivals, the Derby, 3-0, and they absolutely butchered them. Good set-piece goals as well. And a good breakaway goal from Brown. Now, with Luton, they're down in 17th. And before that game, I was worried about them going straight down into League One, like what we done when we went to the Prem Championship, because they haven't been performing. They'd only won 3 games all season. They've drew 2 and lost 5. So for me, I was thinking they need something to change, something to turn. And I think that victory could have been it. Now, I was watching an interview with Morris. You all know Morris, the striker for Luton, really good player. He's got 3 goals this season. Last season, he scored 11 goals, got 4 assists in the Premier League. I think they finished on 26 points. There was 7 points below Notts Forest, so they went down. But going back to Morris, he got 11 goals in the Prem. It's the season before that in the Championship, he got 20 goals, so he is a really good striker and he is a good player in himself. So we'll have to keep an eye on him. But he was saying our energy levels have been different this week. Now, our energy levels have been different this week, but for a different reason. We just haven't been as good as. So with their energy levels improving, we're just going to be after really wary of Luton Town now. Because I honestly do think they might have turned the corner. I thought Adebayo was quality for them the other day and also fingers crossed that, it was just a derby. That's why they got the energy levels up. They were just attacking the game. And Watford, I didn't think Watford have won there in God knows how long. 2006 or something. I've just plucked that out of the air. But it's been a very long time since Watford have won that, I think. But going back to Luton, I think it's going to be a very, very hard game down at that place. It always is hard to go there for not just Sunderland, other teams. They struggle down at Kenilworth Road. So we're going to have to just be very wary. Obviously, a little bit squad rotation, get them energy levels back, what we used to seeing. I know we did have them in the first 10-15 minutes against Hull, but they just clearly dropped off. Now we need to improve on that, or it'll be a hard afternoon. Right then, back to Sunderland. Alexic, I would love to see him get some minutes at some point. We've got Mienda, who I'm not sure if he's going to be fit now or the weekend. I'm sure Reggie said he'd be fit for now. I think he said the weekend. I'm not 100% on that one. Obviously, Ballard should be fit by then, but is he going to be getting on the pitch? Maybe with 2-3 games in short succession. We didn't want to be burning anyone out, especially when we're top of the league. Now, we're only 1 point above Burnley. So, teams like Luton, they disrespect. The teams like what I've mentioned, up-and-coming fixtures, we need to be taking maximum points off because it's, how good Burnley is. Burnley want to win the league. They want to get straight back up and they're going to be there and thereabouts. So, we can't afford to be dropping points, really. Even though I think we're doing absolutely outstanding. But if we're not doing outstanding, what are we doing? We're top of the league. It's just performances need to improve a little bit, in my opinion. But I didn't care at the end of the day. As long as the full-time result is Sunderland getting 3 points, I didn't give a shit. Honestly, I didn't. Now, my score prediction. Would I take a point? On the performance we put in against Hull, I probably would. But I won 3 points, so I'm going to go on an easy stuff for you. Sunderland have scored in every game this season. Every game we've scored in this season. So I'm going to go for a Sunderland 2-1 win. Let us know your score prediction in the comment section below. And let us know anything what you've thought about the whole game, the referee, player performances. And hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. See you in a bit, everyone.